Did Messi actually miss a shot from close range? What? I don't believe it. It's something I said before I watched this video. So stick around because you don't want to miss any of these 1 in a million penalty moments that left us in shock. Kinda like Messi's one. See, back in 2015, Barcelona was on top of the world. Winning the continental treble is quite a big deal, don't get me wrong. With forwards like Neymar, Suarez and Messi, it was surely going to happen, no doubt. Their campaign success was just too inevitable if you ask me, but since it didn't, we'll move on and start by stating that it wasn't as easy as it looked. The season was a roller coaster ride, filled with ups and downs and some very, very shocking moments. Back when the team came up against Manchester City in the round of 16, you knew straight away this man would be on some different smoke before the game started. Not him. Luis Suarez was on fire. He scored a brace inside the first 30 minutes. It looked like an easy dub for the Blaugrana, and it would have been easier if Messi was, well, if he was the Messi we all knew, and not the kind who makes the list of shocking penalty moments, because the types of people that make this list are people like Thembin Cozy Lorch, the attacking midfielder for the Orlando Pirates. Lorch is one of the best South African players, voted Player of the Season and the Players' Player of the Season in 2019. With such accolades, you know, he's the type of guy to do whatever it takes to win, and I mean, whatever it takes. Thing is, as an attacking midfielder, there's certain traits one must have. The ability to read and change the trajectory of any game, and most importantly, you gotta have vision, and I'm talking Kevin De Bruyne kind of vision. The type of vision that drains you at the end of a game, and has you looking as red as a pig. Yep, Kevin knows what I'm talking about. Anyways, point is, Thembin Cozy Lorch is far ahead and has taken visionary playing to a whole new level, especially when he did this shocking thing that won his team a penalty during a cup final. I know this is shocking to you, but imagine how shocked you'd be when you witness the first Panenka penalty. For those of you who don't know, the Panenka is a technique used to execute a chip shot penalty. It's all about precision and getting the right amount of power to float the ball in the centre of the goal, leaving the goalkeeper utterly bamboozled. The first Panenka was seen in a European Championship final in 1976. Czechoslovakia met West Germany in the final of the tournament. The game was decided on penalties, courtesy of Antonin Panenka, who scored the winning penalty. As the creator of this skill, Panenka often stayed behind after team training sessions. He practiced his penalty kicks a lot. He came to realise that whenever he shot the ball to either side of the goal, goalkeepers were more attuned to save his shots. Until one day, he devised this incredible technique. And that was back in 1976. So, I mean, seeing that live must have been mind-blowing. But enough about the history lessons. We've got to bring it back to the 21st century, a time that has truly blessed all football fans with one of the most special icons in the world. Hailing all the way from South Beach, Miami, is Leo Messi again. Don't worry, Messi fans, this time I'm not going to ridicule him. In fact, I'm here to share one of his craziest penalty kicks of all time. February 14th. Girls will tell you it was Valentine's Day, which is true, by the way, but true ones know what Messi did in the 81st minute. It was something unusual and shocking at once. Don't get me wrong, he was a genius for this, and never in a million years did I think he was going to do something this outrageous. Instead of taking a normal penalty, Messi did this instead. Not sure that there was a need for that, Leo. I mean, the score was already 5-1, you know, so he didn't have to do Celta Vigo like that. But I do understand the reason. The wifey was in the stands watching him play, and you gotta do something extra special on a Valentine's Day for your better half. That's a pretty impressive way to take a penalty kick, but probably not as impressive as what Iker Casillas did. This Real Madrid legend was one of the best shot stoppers. He could stop a ball with his eyes closed if he wanted to, but this time around, it seemed luck was on his side. Before Casillas blew up, he was one of the most talented keepers in Europe in the early 2000s. The world saw it in one of the strangest saves in football. What were the odds of the ball spinning and ricocheting behind him like that? Shish, that was a close one. He made an impressive save and straight up played it off like it's nothing. Iker, that was impressive, mate. He should be proud. If that was me making that sort of save, I'd have been psyched up for sure. And I know keeping composure is important too in these moments. Maybe someone should print that out and hand it to Satri Yangthong's goalkeeper. Yeah, this one was pretty weird, lads. Because, first of all, after a 2-2 draw, the game went on to a penalty shootout in which both teams scored 19 penalties apiece. That was all before this happened. What a disaster. I know what I'm doing after a horrendous moment like that. Go home, take off my dirty kit, run a nice warm shower, step in and just straight up violently beat myself up because of regret, guilt and shame. What were you thinking, mate? Anyways, I'd then turn on my television and watch one of the greatest penalty saves, which led to one of the greatest commentary moments in football.
With the very last kick of this playoff semi-final, Troy Deeney wins it for Watford and sends them to Wembley.
I'm talking about Watford and Leicester City back in 2013. You see, Manuel Almunia's double save was somewhat of a crazy tale in this game we call football. I mean, it was overshadowed by Troy Deeney's incredible volley. Still, don't take anything away from the save that made it all possible in the first place. With the game tied at 2-2 and deep into stoppage time, controversy struck when referee Michael Oliver awarded a penalty to Leicester City. Somebody should definitely take some blood samples from Anthony Knockaert. Because goodness me, that boy got zero ice in his veins. He literally had one job. Well, actually, two. Two chances to score a goal, and he missed them both, which resulted in a unique double save. Truth be told, when all's said and done, that moment will go down in Watford folklore, and so too will Troy Deeney. I bet he'll cherish that moment for decades to come. Troy probably relives that moment every single day before he sleeps. Who could blame him? Scoring a goal that decides the outcome of a football match must be such a good feeling. So much so, it can actually make you a bit cray-cray, like you don't know what just happened. Take Rosella Aniayar, for example. Well, want to know more? Let's run it back, shall we? In a historic attendance of 45,563 fans at the Complex Sportif Prince Moulay Abdallah Stadium. By the way, what a name for a stadium. Anyways, 9-time WAFCON champions Nigeria came up against the Atlas Lionesses. Straight away, this game was one for the books. 2 goals in 4 minutes from either side sent the stadium into sicko mode. You'd swear it was a Travis Scott concert the way this match was in rage mode. Not to mention, 2 red cards for Nigeria too. That said, you'd think that's a huge advantage for the Moroccans, but in some way, somehow, and inexplicably, Morocco couldn't capitalise. Yeah, don't worry. I too am baffled. But, like I said, probably not as baffled as my girl, Ayan. She looks like she's seen a horrible injury or something. Did you know that this man, Sven Yida, celebrated a winning penalty kick in one of the strangest ways I've ever seen in my life? It was back in 2019 when Everton played a friendly game against Kariobangi Sharks. Their lineup consisted mainly of youngsters like, I don't know, I'm guessing maybe Anthony Gordon featured. Not even sure about that. I don't really know the team like that, but I do know elite shithousery when I see it. And this is certainly at the very top of the list. As we come to the end of this delightful video, I want to say that, first off, these were some shocking and strange penalties. And in my years of living, breathing, loving and playing football, I've seen a whole lot of strange penalties that have left me shocked. Just take a look at this. What the heck was Richard doing there? Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey through the most jaw-dropping penalty moments. Remember, it's 1 in a million to witness such shocking events on the field. If you're hungry for more mind-blowing football content, check out these videos where we dive deep into other unbelievable sports moments that will leave you speechless. See you there.